Hey Ryan, my name's Tony. I'm right over here in Bradenton. I reached out to your company earlier today and spoke to Nikki. She passed on this email address and mentioned your name as the person that might want to watch this video. What I wanted to do was go over a couple of tips to help you guys increase your online presence in a way that'll actually help generate you some additional business via your website. The video will be about maybe 7 to 8 minutes long. Nothing crazy. I do this as a free service to small businesses. The only thing I ask is if you guys find any value in it, just reply to the email and give me any feedback that you might have. That'd be really helpful to me. So what I want to do is compare your website to a couple of your main competitors and go over some of Google's main ranking factors. So with that, let's go over here. I'm just going to look up roofing contractors, Lakeland FL, and at the top we're going to have the sponsored ads. I'm not going to really go over those today. Below that, this is called the map pack. So about 70% of the search volume is going to call or click on one of these three listings. People just automatically assume that the top three here are the best roofers around, and they're just going to call them and see about getting them to help them out. I know that these aren't necessarily the best roofers. What I do know is that they have, however, figured out how to get themselves up here to the top. And one of the main reasons to one of the main ways to do that is by something called citations. Citations are just the company name, address, and phone number listed out on directory sites around the web. These are sites like yellowpages.com, Yelp, Thumbtack, Angie's List, sites like that. You can do a quick Google search for citation websites and you're going to get a list a mile long. If you can add your company to 10 to 20 of those a week, over a period of time, you're going to start seeing your actual Google My Business listing rise higher in the ranks. Just be careful to be consistent with the way you're inputting your data across those sites. Consistency is key. Below that, this is called the organic listings. These are more affected by backlinks, and all a backlink is your company URL in a link clickable format on another website. You want to make sure you get backlinks from trusted and relevant websites if you can. If you can get another roofing website to give you a link back to, or put your URL on their site, linking back to you, that's going to be powerful. Google knows that you guys are both roofers. They're going to give you a little bit of a bonus for that. If you're out there on pizzahut.com, they know you're not a pizza chain. You're not going to get as powerful of a link from that. So one way to do this is, like, if you can find a home improvement blog, provide them with a website or provide them with an article. And oftentimes the site owner will give you a link to your website from their site as a trade for the content, because they want to keep their site active. So hopefully that makes sense. So that's citations, that's backlinks. The next thing is going to be content. What I'm going to do is open up the first two roofers in this search. That's going to be KL and Residential Roofing Depot. Content is just the words on your homepage. So if I were to copy this, we suggest having 1,500 to 2,000 words of content on your homepage. You have 335. Google really values well-written, authoritative content on homepages. On top of that, it allows you to get the keywords into your content that you need to have on there so you could be found for these searches. So roofing contractors, Lakeland, Florida. If I was to do a quick search for that, roofing contractors. I can't even find roofing contractors on your site. So you should have these kind of things within your content here. So let's look at the second place in the listings. They've got 2,100 words, so they're doing all right. KL Smith, who was the first actual contractor in the search results, only has 500. So you can beat him out easy. Just get yourself to 2,000 and then you'll be sort of right in line with residential roofing. So since these guys, KL Smith, were the first roofing contractor in the list, I'm going to look them up here in Ahrefs. This site tries to estimate what Google knows about a website. So going back to backlinks here, if this thing speeds up. Give me a second. I'm going to pause this while this comes up. Of course, it came up right after I paused. So they've got 55 websites pointing back to them. They're being found for about 119 keywords. That's getting them a traffic value of 159. So if these guys are actually, say they close 10% of this 159, that's 16 new websites approximately a month, free traffic, because they're ranking organically. And if you remember, these guys were only in position 4 or something like that, position 3 here. So if they're in position 1, they're going to get even more traffic than that. If we grab your website and look you up, you are being found, you have 6 websites pointing back to you for a total of 5 keywords you're being found for and 0 traffic. So your web presence is really stunted, primarily because you're not being found for enough keywords. And then even if you were, the amount of websites pointing back to you is pretty low, so you're not going to power to the top for those keywords. So my suggestion would be add a good amount of content to your site. You can get a free trial of this Ahrefs and look up your main competitor and actually see, if you click here on organic keywords, you'll be able to see all the different niche and then city, or city and then niche keywords. So roof repair, Lakeland, Florida. These are the kind of keywords you want on your site. And then once you've got those on there, you can actually click here on the referring domains, and you can see the websites that these guys are that are linked back to them. You can go in here and try to figure out, I say stealing the backlinks, but figure out where they're getting backlinks on here and see if you can't duplicate that. This is pretty much a roadmap to getting on page 1. It's right there in front of you because these guys have already done it. So with that, that's all I've got for you. Hopefully this was useful. Hopefully this provides you or puts some tools in your tool belt to help you help yourself. Obviously, this is what I do for a living. So if you do want to work on your site, but you don't have time to do it yourself, I'm more than happy to try to help you and see if I can be of service. At the least, if you found this useful, again, reply to the email, give me any feedback you might have. And yeah, with that, I'll let you go. Thanks for watching if you have, and have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.